Hey everybody, good evening and welcome. This is Fuzzwad, who is not along with his great buddy Dresden because he's been kidnapped by some aliens. No, unfortunately, Dresden is just not able to make it today, but he's doing okay. So we'll have to figure this out all by myself. We are at Marina Bay for the Singapore Grand Prix, one of the few night races on the calendar. Since debuting in 2008, the Singapore Grand Prix, Formula One's first ever night race, has become a staple of the calendar, only being absent in 2020 and 2021, of course, due to the global pandemic. And dazzling and difficult in equal measure is a favorite amongst both fans and drivers, taking place in the heart of the city with skyscrapers watching on and thousands of floodlights replacing the sun, making the track and the cars sparkle. F1 rarely, if ever, looks better than it does at Marina Bay. It's far more than just good looking though. Tight and twisty from start to finish, the 3.147 mile long street circuit allows almost no margin for error, with even the smallest mistake from a driver proving costly more often than not, sending them into the barriers. If you asked each driver what they think are the most challenging races in the sport, the Singapore Grand Prix would undoubtedly be mentioned by most, if not all of them. The narrow nature, the tight corners, the bumpy surface, and the fact that it takes place in extremely humid conditions make it both mentally and physically one of the most demanding tracks around. Weather-wise, we are looking at a cloudy but dry race with humid conditions, of course. Track distance is 5.065 kilometers, or, like I said, 3.147 miles. We'll be doing 31 laps around this circuit of 23 turns. We are on round 11 of the F1 Pro Drivers League D1 Drivers Championship, with 10 to go after this. That F1 theme you hear is a remix created by Brian Tyler on YouTube channel Whole Extras. Can you feel it? Race day, baby. It's race day. I'm missing you already, Dresden. Let's look at the standings thus far in the league up to this race. And what do we have here? We have Rils Teravillo at the top of the charts with 210 points, followed by Dirt Shark with 183 in second, followed by Shy BMW at 126, followed by PRL Toby in the other Mercedes at 122. Fifth is Pover with 90 points. Sixth is F1 Racing Warren at 78 points. Seventh is Uhe 1383 at 66 points. Eighth is PRL Moti Paretz at 51 points. Ninth is ADR-T Hamilton at 45 points. And bringing up to 10th is Barks Littlewood in the Aston Martin at 30 points. As far as constructors go, let's see. We have Ferrari in first place at 248 points. Haas bringing up second with 237, not too far behind. Mercedes in third at 216. McLaren at fourth, 113. Alfa Romeo at 103. Red Bull at 101. Williams at 92. Alpine at 76. AlphaTauri at 55. And Aston Martin at 46. And we still have a ways to go, folks, so it's only going to get better, isn't it? Let me bring that music back since we're just sitting here. There we go. What else do I have here? Oh, let's take a look at the last race, huh? At Imola. Seems like a century ago. It was only a couple of weeks ago. Of course, we had that week off. So those results. Well, Rills took the podium on that, followed by Dirt Shark in second, Viltzer in third, Shy in fourth, Toby in fifth, Hamilton in sixth, Seb Mail seventh, Snaggletooth 8th, Scaparo 9th, Racing Warren 10th, Heppy 11th, Moti Peretz in 12th. Big winners there, other than the podium placers. Viltzer, not only was he on the podium, but he started on the grid in 12th position. So kudos to him. Along with Toby, who came in 5th, started in 13th. And Seb Mail as well. Came home 7th and was on the grid in 14th. And let's see here. Driver of the day, Viltzer. Fastest lap, Amaguner. And we had 4 DNFs. T-Brand, Uhe, Deepover, and Alessio. For this race here, at Singapore, we have a couple of qualifying bans. F1 Racing Warren for an unsafe return to the track at Imola. And Womax, also a qualifying ban for this race, for failure to upload his race. We have a very severe race ban that has taken place for ADRT Hamilton. He does have a 5-race ban for multiple incidents throughout the season. He will be eligible to race again when we hit Canada. So that's about it for an update, and we should be lighting up in a few minutes. So folks, just stay tuned, and the race will be starting shortly. Okay, we're starting to light up, boys. Here's an interesting fact for you before we get underway. Memorable Singapore Grand Prix moments. 2008 Crashgate. The inaugural race in 2008 is best remembered by Nelson Piquet Jr.'s infamous deliberate crash, which helped his Renault teammate Fernando Alonso to a controversial victory. After being sacked by the team the following year, Piquet Jr. claimed that he was following team orders. The results of the subsequent race-fixing investigation launched by the FIA saw Renault receive a suspended 2-year ban from the sport, and 2 leading members of the team, Flavio Briatore and Pat Simons, banned from involvement in F1 for a number of years. Wow. Let's hope that no drama like that takes place today in Singapore. And we'll be shutting down the music.